I don't know whether we say good night or good evening, but allow me to ride on the protocols already observed. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening once again. I'm really privileged to stand before you in this momentous occasion that really is talking about the relationship between Asia and Africa and how we want to make sure that businesses are sustainable in this ecosystem. So allow me to go straight away to my presentation. I was given a very difficult topic, but with my experience, I'm equal to the task. So therefore, I'm supposed to share with you issues to do with how do we promote sustainable business and make sure that in our practices we can remain responsible in the corporate world. So I'm going to give you, to share with you a few insights on how we can collaborate together to ensure that our businesses are sustainable. So on these issues to do with businesses, we have three key issues that we need to bear in mind. That is about awareness. How do we grow our businesses by making sure that people are aware that we can be able to do sustainable promotions in our businesses, issues of sustainability. How do we sustain our businesses and how do we ensure that we can support the long-term economic growth? And lastly, it's about responsibility. Are you taking responsibility as a business? And are you partnering with government and the government of Kenya and other governments in Africa to ensure that we can have a corporate responsibility landscape? Why are we talking about sustainability of businesses today? It's about our environment. You realize that as we continue embracing technology, there is an impact in our environment. So therefore, how do we reduce carbon footprints, conserving natural resources, and minimizing pollution? The other area is about our economic benefits. That is why we need to speak about sustainability in our business. It's about how do we bring efficiency, how do we reduce waste, and how do we access green markets. And lastly, it's about our social responsibility. I love what the other speaker who spoke about social goodness. Doing good is growing your business. So therefore, social responsibility is about improving our community's welfare, is about our ethical labor practices, and it's about really contributing to the local development and economic development of the country. So what are the key drivers for sustainable business practices? One is governments have to partner to deal with regulations and policies that really support sustainability of businesses. It's about corporate social responsibility. It's about consumer demands for ethical products. We need to produce ethical products. I've heard about the franchising, good products. So therefore, we really need to ensure that we can take care of the ethical issues as we produce our products. It's about international business trends. I like the trends that are being shared here. It's about embracing technology to really improve our businesses. So as government, what are we doing, or what is our role in promoting sustainability? One is about government policies and regulatory framework. And given that we need to take care of our environment, it's about a green economy. And therefore, we need to strengthen the regulations around environment, enforcing laws on emissions, waste management, resource conservation and sustainable agriculture. It is about also incentivizing green initiatives. We are identifying businesses that are really promoting this initiative and practices. And this is about looking at incentives like tax breaks, grants, subsidies, and for businesses that are adapting practices like waste recycling, sustainable sourcing of materials. So therefore, encouraging the corporate social responsibility for each one of us. You cannot afford to be in business and not really mind about people. You need to think about how are you impacting the lives of people. And this is about ethical business practices in your businesses. You need to have fair wages, gender equality, and good working conditions for your workers. It's about focusing on community impact, where companies support education, healthcare, infrastructure, and local environment initiative. Lastly, it's about transparency and accountability. I like the story that was given that even if you made a loss, your customers made a loss, but you took it upon yourself to ensure that you can still maintain the trust of your customers. That was commendable, and it's really a good practice. Can we be transparent in the way we do our businesses so that we can achieve sustainability? Public, private, and international organization partnership or business collaboration. We need to really foster the PPPs. We need to join hands and efforts to develop sustainable projects to drive sustainable economic growth. We need to have industry-wide standards. We need to measure up to the standards that have been put globally. We need to support SMEs in sustainability, making sure that they can upscale and be able to grow. I like the partnership that is going on, that you want Kenyan companies to really franchise globally. That is commendable. Then, as we are saying, we need to ensure that we can keep pace globally. We move from Kenya to Africa to global, and that is how we can sustain our businesses. It's about technology, innovation, and sustainability, where we want to invest in green tech, making sure that we can have smart agriculture, we can have green innovations, supporting the hubs and our startups like the Kenya Silicon Savannah, to make sure that we can really grow products by making sure that we can invest in innovation. We need to invest in education and in creating awareness, because without really remodeling our curriculum in the universities and in our schools, then we will not be able to embrace innovation. It's about also offering training and capacity building of your staff, because technology is changing every hour. And for them to remain competitive, then you need to invest in their training and capacity building. It's about public awareness and campaigns. You need to engage your consumers to ensure that you can really measure up to the expectations of your customers. It's about sustainability training for business. So I'm saying that for you to really also prosper, you need to encourage green finance, where you have green bonds. You can also invest in making sure you can avail access to finances and capital. Having sustainable supply chains within your businesses and also as government. We want to make sure that we can have sustainable supply chain where we have ethical sourcing, waste reduction, and sustainable logistics. How do we measure and report sustainability? We need to have regular audits. We need to make sure that we have and share impact reports of how we have sustained our businesses. It's about continuous improvement and measuring and having a track of those improvements. And lastly, I'm saying we need to have a future outlook for Kenya in Africa, where we are saying we need to have sustainable business practices, where we have long-term growth, environmental protection, and social responsibility. We want to have multi-sector approach, to have collaborations between government, businesses, and consumers. And lastly is to say that Kenya needs to really improve and is in the right track in making sure that we embrace all the potentials that we have so that we become a leader in the sustainable business ecosystem. And thank you very much.